Ah, what a magnificent place this once was. The very epicenter of learning here in Appalachia. Truly, nothing is as valuable as a good education. Well said indeed! It's so good to meet a fellow devotee of the humanities. I don't mind saying that enlightened minds such as yours and mine are in desperate short supply of late. So, what brings you here to the hallowed halls of Vault-Tec University? Searching for knowledge? Foraging for supplies? Or perhaps some secret mission you can't talk about? Not only have I seen her, we had a pleasant conversation just a short while ago. She went inside the school. I do hope she's safe. Normally, I'd have to politely refuse your request. But I think we've forged a bond, you and I. We're like two sailors navigating a stormy ocean of ignorance on a dark night, seeking the bright beacon of knowledge to guide us to safe harbor. Here, a gift for a fellow seeker of wisdom. My pleasure. Ask away. Up north, Connecticut, a small town called Monroe, named for the 5th President of the United States. It was quite lovely, especially in the autumn. My wife and I used to ride the bicycle trails on Sundays, and then visit the local brewery for a pint. Ah, I do miss those days. And I miss my Millie. May she rest in everlasting peace. That's a bit of a story. Not long after the war, I lost my wife Millicent to cancer, likely brought on by the radiation. Every day I questioned whether to go on living at all. Without her, the days were empty, devoid of any purpose beyond the simple need to survive. But, in time, once I'd learned to adapt to living in the world after the bombs, I decided to set a new goal for myself. I set out to visit those great American centers of learning that still remained intact. I've always felt at home in such places. And so, here I am. At least for a while. I was a teacher. History and literature were my subjects. It always brought me great joy to illuminate the eager minds of children. Well, for the few who are interested at any rate, high school students are easily distracted, I'm afraid. Well, I'd start by saying that without Vault-Tec, humanity would be lost. The Vault saved precious lives and gave us a chance to rebuild. Now, we all heard about the rumors and controversies. But what large corporation doesn't have to cope with such things from time to time? As far as I'm concerned, the only real blemish on Vault-Tec's record is the rather shameless corporate branding on display here at VTU. Very well. Was there anything else? Certainly. It was a genuine pleasure.
identify yourself?
Let's try your integrated voice module again. Can you say something, Motherlode?
What would you like me to say, Doctor?
Great. Thanks.
Great. Thanks.
Ah, good gracious. She's full of dad jokes. All right, I'll add full conversational protocols to the list. Ah, you're back. I've been busy working on the Motherlode's voice interface. Have those parts for me yet? Lovely. I had a chance to crack her open while you were gone. It's not good news, I'm afraid. Well, it shouldn't take long at all to get the new guidance interface set up. However, while I was in there setting up her vocal system, I saw a lot of damage. I think she's going to need some new parts just to be safe. Well, her data processing is extremely slow. Maybe it's not actually broken, but it certainly doesn't work. She'll need a better interpolator. She also needs a new sensor module and altimeter for sure. Something's corroded the contacts pretty badly on both of those. Salvaging. iBots are basically just flying sensor modules, and the altimeter could be salvaged from that ridiculous plane Father hung upstairs. I'm not sure about finding an interpolator, but I saw a robot that had a human brain attached to it near Robco. I would bet that unethical monstrosity has some serious interpolation needs. Oh? What's that? Oh, clever. It never would have occurred to me to dissolve the corrosion with a common household cleaner. It'll probably work for the altimeter, but Motherlode's sensor module is just too far gone. It still needs a replacement. Oh, you know what? There is an iBot upstairs that I was tinkering on. Must have been some 30 years ago now. Maybe it's still there. That's a bit on the nose, but so is Ghoul and Rad Roach. So, whatever works. I simply can't imagine what kind of terrible person would do that to someone else. All the ones I ran into out there were completely homicidal. Alright. I'll be here working on her conversational skills if you need anything else.
Detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated. Negative sensor.
know you? Oh, I've heard some amazing stories about you. You're a legend around here.
Those raiders are just out there, waiting for a chance. I see you have our missing property. Sometimes I wish violence wasn't the only answer. You know... Foundation is a good place. Someday, it'll be a great place. A long, hard way. I'm ashamed to admit that I used to be a raider back when I was young. That's a hard life. It took its toll on me. I began to question the purpose of what I was doing. There wasn't any. I guess maturity comes with age. Now I want a better place for everyone, not just me. Me? Nah. I'm no more in charge than one of the turrets. I'm just a guy that works hard. When I see something that needs to get done, I do it. I haven't earned the right to be thought of as a leader. Not with my background. I'm not a gossip. Waste of time running your mouth about other people's problems. But I can tell you that the Taylors are good people. Derek is a fine carpenter. And Elsie knows how to handle herself in a fight. Most folks here need a hand with something. Reach out.
Thanks. I'll take those parts if you don't mind. Next? No. She'll be ready once I finish putting those parts in. Near as I can get her on short notice, anyway. I'll head there, presently. Just need to grab a thing or two before I leave. Go over the debug stack from the part install, too. So don't worry about checking back in right away. I'm fairly hopeful she won't have exploded. Reasonably sure she won't. Ta. I'm sure Motherlode's going to have some issues for me to polish before your mission, but nothing I can't manage.
Hard work making a living out here.
Accessing. Naughty lines. Parameters. Loading. Complete. Ready to make list. Ready to check twice.
Hey, good to see you again. Nothing smells normal anymore.
Evaluating naughtiness level. Evaluation complete. Naughtiness level. Exceed all projections.
I hope someone kind found them.
So what's the holdup? Do we have Gale for the job or not?
Well, hey, if it ain't 7-6. I heard all about what you did for Gale and Rara. Gale seemed pretty happy to see Rara. Still, I'm pissed no one around here would lift a finger for him, so... guess I'm glad you came by. Well, look at you, all humble and shit. Listen, it's a bigger deal than you think. That little girl just might be the only reason Gale's so chill, and not trying to eat us like all the other super mutants out there. Oh, cool your jets, 7-6. Well, I appreciate the enthusiasm. We ain't ready yet. The vault we're breaking into is gonna have a lot of security. The kind explosions and muscle ain't gonna help with. You wanna get by security or any other surprises? There's only one guy I trust to get the job done. Gentleman Johnny Two Guns Weston.
Fire a gun? You're either full of shit or you've been hanging out with Munch way too long.
Johnny's a bit of a hotshot round here. Mr. Jack of all trades is real good at what he does, which is just about everything. Need a system hacked? Need someone dead discreetly? Infiltration's his game. The cat's a real master of disguise, a con man, and a charmer for sure. That's how he got with us. Snuck right in, pretended to be someone he ain't, and just stuck. By the time we figured out his grift, I was so impressed I hired him aboard. Oh, did I just say that? He just goes by Gentleman Johnny Weston now, since he decided it was too much of a mouthful. He used to call those guns pride and joy, because nothing gave him more pride or joy than using them to end some poor fool's life. As for the gentleman part, well, it ain't a lie. If he can charm me, he can charm anyone. Johnny believes there's a lot of power in the name. It sets certain expectations. My old raider boss, Margie, she used to think the same. That's why she called her gang the Diehards. I think it's a load of shit, but hey, if it works for Johnny, it's cool with me. So here's what's what. Johnny's the real deal. Best guy I got. I won't do this job without him. Think of him as an insurance policy. Thing is, on account of him being so critical to our success, he thinks he gets to do as he pleases. And to some degree, that's true. That being said, he can be fickle. If he doesn't want to do a job, well then Johnny doesn't do a job. Since you know what's at stake here better than I do, I want you to see if you can't convince him this is the right job for him. You dig?
This place is way something.
Yeah, if I know Johnny, he's gonna ask for a big cut of the prize. In my opinion, he's worth it, but maybe you can make him see eye to eye and keep his cut reasonable this time. Good luck, 7-6. We got important things to discuss.
Hey there, Vault Dweller. I've heard all about the plans for that Vault 79 raid of yours, so I'll spare you the time and tell you I'm in. All that sweet, sweet gold is as good as ours. And you've done a good job with that, haven't you? Don't worry, you were plenty careful. But old Johnny's got his ways. Hey, catch? It's not a catch so much as it is a business deal. Before I sign on for your vault raid, I need you to do something for me. You've got the kind of skills I need to help pull off a very important job. Ah, great. Enthusiasm. I love it. So here's what's what. I used to run jobs with my partner, Hal. Hal's a dear old friend. Known him since before the war. Hal and I went our separate ways when I joined up with Meg's crew. Now he's being held as a slave by a group of unsavory hooligans out by Watoga. And being forced to do who knows what. I got a plan to free him. Alright, shoot. The best cons require a partner. Someone to help sell the illusion. In this case, my partner, and that would be you, are going to play a critical role in selling that illusion. I could probably rescue Hal myself, but it's riskier than I like. Now, I figure with your skills, there's very little chance we can screw this up. Now, it happened after we found the crater and decided to settle, but Hal's not the type who enjoys being in one place for too long. To be honest, neither am I. But Meg's crew offers resources and opportunities that we just weren't finding on our own anymore. Well, Hal thought we'd be better off on our own. I told him I was staying put. He struck out by himself, and that was the end of it. My best guess is that when he and I split, he kept following the trail south. The hooligans from the Watoga arena must have offered him his life in exchange for servitude. Knowing Hal, he probably figured he would bide his time and find a way out of his situation later. Well, these guys run a deadly arena competition out of the old Civic Center. Now, Meg asked me to scope it out and find out what their deal was. See if maybe we could get them to join us. It was clear these weren't the type of people we wanted in our crew. Slavery's a big no-no with Meg. And these folks are all about it. But while I was betting on one of the matches, I spotted Hal waiting on people hand and foot in one of the arena's luxury boxes. Freddy. None of those groups survived. Good. Right. So, about this competition. People fight for riches, food, supplies, whatever they're willing to bet. Half the competitors are slaves, and their masters are betting on them. Others are just people trying to make their fortune. Not quite, but close. I want to pass you off as my slave. I'll make a deal to sell you to Hal's master after you win the competition that will rig in your favor. Once you get into the slave quarters, you and Hal will break out and rendezvous with me. Any questions? As you should. That is a bit of an unknown, so it's mostly gonna be on you to figure out? See, luckily after the competition, the place tends to clear out pretty fast, so you'll only have like a few guards to deal with. They're nothing special, so whichever direction you choose to go, I think you'll be able to handle it. Of course, I'll help where I can. You will. I'm gonna rig the competition in your favor, so there's no way you'll lose. Now, on the off chance you somehow fail, I won't be happy, but we'll have to improvise. Think of this as a trial run for the vault job. It'll let me know how much I can trust you. It seems to change from time to time, but I got word that the next competition is your standard arena battle. You versus whatever feral ghouls and other creatures they've dug up. The first prize goes to whichever combatant clears them out fastest. Fair enough. I know it sounds insane, but trust me, I've pulled off much more complicated and dangerous cons. This is nothing. If you stick with me and do what I tell you, it'll go smooth as pre-war butter. I'll be doing all the heavy lifting. All right. So, here's how it'll go down. Meet me at the Watoga Civic Center, and I'll do some legwork before you get there. You'll want to slip in the back entrance. I'll be waiting. In character. We'll get you into the competition, and I'll go over the final details with you once I know more. See you there, partner.
Hey, you got vision problems? You're looking for Johnny, remember? And I know I don't look like a handsome white cat, so get on out of my face and get yourself on over to Johnny ASAP.
Is it true you fight death claws? By yourself? That's bullshit, right?
Never believe it when someone says it's a quick job. Only quick jobs
I
are...
hope we find some other kids. Grown-ups are so boring sometimes. Yeah, we play lots of games, but she's not always good at the games. Maybe because she's so big? Sometimes I hide and she tries to find me, but she never can and I just get bored and come out. It would be more fun if there was another kid like me. Nope, it's just me. I'm an only child. Meg said she thinks I'm real tough and I must have raised myself, at least until Gale found me. She said the only family I ever need is all the people at the crater, so they're like my brothers and sisters. Yep, Ren said in just a couple of years I'll be a big bad raider just like her. But Axel said I shouldn't grow up too fast. But I don't care what he says. Boys are dumb sometimes. I want to grow up and be big and strong, just like Meg and Gale. Yeah, if you don't get killed first.
You find Rara! You, Gale's friend! Rara likes you too. Maybe we'll play later. Crater is home. Gale likes home. Sometimes I go out and play, and tear apart robots or bad things. Gale likes that even better. Because Rara says Gale no tear off arms of humans. Even if Gale really want to tear off arms, Rara says no. Yes, they are strong. Many stronger than Gale. But they are bad. They want to hurt everything. Gale thinks they need to find their own Raras. Goodbye.
Subroutine set. Failed to launch. Likely flop. Total collapse of society. Oh, oh, oh. of registered naughty children. This unit is suffering from a severe
Blood eagles are a dangerous option. What the heck is a John, anyway? I just don't get it. Civilization is being rebuilt right here in the Foundation.
You've secured our way down to the vault pretty handily, haven't you? I just can't believe your luck in finding Dr. Hornbright. She's getting some equipment brought down, I think. Better run, unless you want to find yourself carrying consoles around. Oh, but before you get going, though, let's talk business. All right. I've been working on the next problem we need to solve for busting into Vault 79. That doozy of a laser grid. I figure we got some experienced scavengers in Foundation already. Folks who know a thing or two about busting bunkers. Small ones, anyway. Thing is, before I even start asking around, our youngest scavenger pops up to tell me she's got it handled. Handled! Before I even told her the problem. Oh, right. Sorry. I've been focusing on the problem too long. Tunnel vision. Let's see. Basically, the problem is that there's really serious laser grids. The kind you can't just cut the power to disable. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. If they lose power for even a fraction of a second, they'll lock the whole thing down for hours. Days, maybe. Honestly, maybe she's tougher than she seems. She's been with us for a while, so I can vouch for her loyalty at least. She said she has a way to beat the grid, so I'm inclined to believe her. Anyway, her name is Jen. Go talk to her, and I'll get back to work on figuring out a plan for these military-grade turrets. Seems like as soon as we fix one thing in this place, another breaks.
Foundation and those raiders up at the crater just don't get along. They want to take everything we've worked for.
I take it you talked to Paige. I did and I do, yep. But there's something we need to take care of first. It'll be worth it. No. I've been trying to find something for years, and I'm so close now. So, yeah, I'm pretty firmly set on this. So, okay, hilariously, I'm looking for something that is designed to be invisible, untraceable. It's a suit that hides you from everything, even laser detection grids, which would help out with Vault 79, right? Yes, exactly. This tech allowed for other tech from the same origin to see it and report back. If the wearer wasn't where they were supposed to be, bang! Right? Yeah, so we just have to get that other tech, which is easy to find by comparison, and check its logs. Which means that we need to go out and grab one of those jumpy little Liberator bots. Yeah, that untraceable spy tech. It's Chinese. Liberators like to gossip, speaking in lay terms. They ping each other whenever they see something interesting. It's actually kind of a design flaw. Alright, I'll see if we have anyone around here who can help out with the next part. Wow, existential. For a perfectly preserved slice of pie, maybe? I'd kill someone for a great slice of pie, full disclosure. If you help me find the robot, we can find a spy suit, and then I can wear the spy suit for the vault job. Got it? Oh, well, my parents both used to take me along when they went scavenging. They were really good at it, so I picked up some good pointers. So I guess I've been doing this most of my life. I guess a lot of people born after the war and outside the vaults could say the same. I feel like I recognize that name. Is she good with robots? I can do electrical stuff, but hacking and whatnot is beyond me. Oh, of course! We were planning to pick apart one of those air purifiers to see if we could get them going again. I'll have to ask her about that too. Safe out there. I get that some of the folks here are really afraid of the Scorch Beast, but for me, it's the giant ugly dude. Ugh.
I suppose your conversation with those two seemed on the up and up, though I'd still be cautious of the rest out there. Now, was there something you required of me? Well, yes, but it's been some time. But she was a resourceful woman. I'm sure she's all right. Until quite recently, it's been exceedingly peaceful. I maintained my post, greeted latecomers out at the vault, and otherwise reveled in Appalachia's natural splendor. But very recently, it seems people have come back to Appalachia. Those two and more to boot. The non-vault sort, you understand. It's all very concerning. Who knows what they might be up to? I've been keeping watch here long enough to have learned that outside the vault, people don't always have one's best intentions at heart. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. Oh, do be careful out there, sir.
Can't be a dead end. Oh, was there something else? We both came over from Virginia. Well, what was Virginia? There's a lot more hot zones that way. And the few spots that are livable, well, they got picked clean fast. I mean, Appalachia's dangerous, really dangerous. But it's better than where we've been. About Appalachia?
Other than it's a graveyard?
There's that. We haven't been here real long, but from what we've been able to piece together, the area got hit pretty hard. Not long after, well, these things showed up.
The Scorched.
They're merciless. They seem to have cleaned up whoever the bombs might have missed. Without people around, everything else has gone haywire. Happy to tell you what I know, which isn't much. Someone made a broadcast not too long back about there being some kind of treasure buried in Appalachia. We don't know what, we don't know where. With people as desperate as they are, it's meant everyone with a functioning radio has come back to try and see if they can get a piece of it.
Monsters or no?
Guy we met at the Wayward. Carter, I think was his name. He gave us a couple of leads to chase down, in exchange for all our money. Up to us now to make something of them. Watch yourself out there.
Hey, I'm just here for moral support. Lacey's the, let's call them, brains of this outfit.
Sorry, no time to chat.
The only time I miss being inside
Sonny
the
always
vault
says
is
his
when
stuff will go on sale tomorrow. Tomorrow never seems to get here.
Sometimes I look around and I'm amazed at what we've built here.
Those Mothman cultists give me the creeps. They're all just crazy.
Thanks again for lending a hand.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Ah, hello again. Put that robot on my workbench, will you?
I'll be honest. I was hoping you'd have the motherlode just hanging around in your room, Penny.
Oh no, there's no room for that. Though knowing her, she may yet try to make an appearance. So, do you want the logs from this robot?
Yep. Look for an entry that begins with 58 in. That should list any entries related to our target.
These logs look encoded, but like nothing I've seen before. I see the numerical headers you mentioned, though.
The entry you're looking for would have been broadcast daily since about 11 years ago. Just read the stuff in brackets at the end when you find it.
Found it. The part in the brackets says BAI2, QUAN2, YUAN2, and then the number 7. I'm afraid that's all Chinese to me. As in, it's actually Chinese. To everyone.
I Yuan Quan. Oh! White Spring! Duh. Why 7, though?
Oh, 7th hole in the golf course, maybe. Wait, you don't... do you?
What, speak Chinese? I mean, it's been a while, but yeah. Wait, so my mom's last known location was... a golf course? I don't get it. I can't imagine there's anything spy-worthy there. What the heck would she be doing there?
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yes, they were spies. My parents were spies. They're both dead, alright? I was born here. I don't know about any of that.
No, I don't care about. I mean, you're looking for... spy gadgets? That's like a dream project. Can I see everything when you get back?
Sure? That'd be great, actually. It had this biometric encoding, and I think it'll work for a close relative like me. But, let's talk later. You said you're recalibrating the robot. To do what, exactly?
To find the tech if it's still nearby, and not shoot at anyone along the way. Maybe if you take it to the 7th hole, it'll pick up the signal again. I'll get the lab ready for when you get back. Be safe out there, you two.
Wow, I feel like we're actually finally going to find it after talking to Penny. I've never been this close. So, you ready to go? Okay. Ask me anything you want to know. Because it's complicated. It's hard to know how someone will react, even though I'm not responsible for my parents' actions. I honestly have no idea. I was born here sometime after the war, and I lived here my whole life, mostly in the capital wasteland. My parents didn't talk about it much. I know they didn't want to go back, that they weren't supposed to have me or fall in love with each other. We were just a normal family of survivors, except sometimes my parents had to go do things. Then, one day, my mom just never came home. I don't think anyone's ever prepared for that kind of loss. I feel like I need to find her so I can move on, but I also don't feel ready for it. I'm telling you that I'm not. Are you exactly like your parents? You shouldn't trust anyone out here. Not really. Just let my actions speak for themselves. Okay, fair enough. Sounds like a plan. Oh, don't forget our little recalibrated friend here. I can't believe that Penny's cat isn't robotic. What a letdown.
I have important work to do. Can this wait? Aubrey. I suppose he's qualified. He doesn't seem particularly comfortable around me. Well, not long after things really went to hell, I ran across a vault with a faulty door. It was perfectly fine inside, but the door mechanism was shut. I negotiated with those inside, and they agreed to take my family in if I could close it. Closing it could only be done from the outside, and would result in lethal radiation. Imagine my surprise to end up like this. It has definite advantages, though. Sometimes. I miss my nose, though. Oh, did the lab coat give it away? Before the war, I was an industrialist. Which, I guess, is just a fancy way of saying I did a lot of paperwork. When everything went up in flames, I did whatever I could to survive. I'm sure you know a lot about how that can be, so I won't bore you. It's fantastic to simply be in a lab coat again. Worrying about air and water purifiers. Worrying about making things better for people in Appalachia. So much to fix, so little time. Looks like your little robot buddy blew up. Oh, well, you must have really given it a good conk when you found it. Usually these little guys stick their landings a lot better. Jen's already out the door, but it'll probably take her a while to make it over to you there, wherever you are. Somewhere below the green. You should look around. Never know what you might find. Bring back a souvenir for your best buddy, Penny, won't you?
James Addison of the White Spring Resort staff. I tell you, they never thought I would tell him the truth, but I found it. I swear by all that is holy, I found it. I knew it was there all along. See, it started with the rumbling. We had some minor earthquakes. You heard me right. Earthquakes of all things in this neck of the woods. I knew something was right. I was gonna prove them all wrong. All the other people at the resort just laughing at me. Well, who's laughing now? I just discovered a fucking underground spaceship and the rocket fuel leaking off of that thing. Hell, it's making even the rocks glow. I gotta tell the president. I gotta tell the president if it's the last thing I do. I'll be an American hero. Get the Medal of Honor, I bet. All right, enough talk. Time to swim back home to glory and to wiping that damn smirk off Robbie's face. James out.
Don't. I don't want to fight. I don't want any trouble. I'm here against my will. Death smiles at us all. All we can do is smile back. Yes, I can see why that would be confusing. Not all of us have the luxury of choice. They threatened to kill my family if I didn't work for them. From what I have overheard on these listening devices, you are working with my daughter. She's on her way here, right now. I didn't want her to have to witness the inevitable. But here we are. So then, ask them. This is a listening post. Our mission is complicated to explain. Unless you know what's going on next door, I could tell you more if you let me live. Orders and a lifetime of being shaped to think and be what they wanted. I didn't question it, because I didn't know there were other ways to be. To think. We were lied to. But people here were also lied to. Once I could see the puppeteers, I wanted nothing to do with any of it. I fled. I did. They tracked me down with tracers in my gear years later. I thought everything was all over. That the governments were all gone. That I was free if I had had known, I would have thrown it all away and just hoped for the best. I thought holding on to it would save my life. But I was wrong. So wrong. Another pre-war asset. Very loyal to the cause. They only come here occasionally to check up on us. But trust me, you don't ever want to meet them. Yes, I was trained from childhood to do this job. It's all I knew. I never chose any of this. It was either follow orders or die. Fine. This ends the same either way. She shouldn't be long now, based on the proximity warnings on that console.
Hey, there you are. I'm here. I caught up. 妈，那真的是你吗？你还活着呢？ Wait, how can you be alive, Mom? Why are you here? What is this place?
Jen, why would you come here, you foolish child? You need to leave.
We came here looking for your corpse. I needed a suit, but I buried Dad with his years ago. I couldn't get it off. He was killed in it. I didn't know you were alive down here. How could I? You left. Just don't move, okay? I'm trying to think of a way where you walk out of this. Where we don't just kill you along with everyone else down here.
I don't have anything more to say to you.
This is... I can't believe what's happening. I was certain that they killed her, but here she is, working for them? It's too much to consider. How can someone do that to their own child, though? How do you just leave them to make their own way in this world? It's asking a lot for me to forgive her. I don't see how. I'm just so mad. Nothing makes sense right now. No, you're right. She abandoned me, let me think she was dead, and for what? Misguided patriotism. Let's just get the suit and go. She's been dead to me for a long time. If she really just wants to be alone, then that's her choice. We'll take the suit and go.
If I give you this suit, then they'll come for you. And they'll find me. Maybe not tomorrow, but eventually. They will kill me for it. I don't care if I die. I may as well already be dead. But they will also kill Jen. And I can't risk that.
That's right! I get that it's hard not to assume things are hopeless, but you've been trained to hide. You should at least try. I can help you, if you let me. So, how does this work? How can we save you? Let's figure this out.
I'll have to go into hiding and destroy the suit. They're tracking it. We might be able to shield the signal from the suit once or twice. But are you willing to give it up after using it? We don't have much time to decide.
You're probably right. I don't want anyone to be in danger because of it, but I trust both Penny and yourself to find a way. I'll finish up here and then meet you back at Foundation, okay? I need a moment. I'll meet you back at Foundation, okay?
Thank you for sparing my life. I never expected to be reunited with Jen, my treasure. I'm still very worried, but thank you for your part in this. Thank you for sparing my life.